Picture this for a second. It's 2026. Your timeline starts blowing up. Fan bases suddenly wake up, group chats go crazy, and one sentence keeps repeating everywhere. He's finally back. Military era is ending for a lot of idols, and honestly, 2026 is shaping up to be a soft relaunch year for K-pop. As 2026 kicks off, the countdown officially begins. For fans, military service is that quiet, painful chapter where comebacks stop, content slows down, and all you can do is rewatch old fan cams and pretend you're fine. But behind the scenes, something big is building, because this year, more than 15 idols are scheduled to complete their mandatory service and return to the industry. And when idols return, companies move fast. Albums, tours, fan meetings, the machine turns back on. Let's start early in the year, because January already comes in hot. Omega X's Sebin is scheduled to be discharged on January 15, 2026. For fans who've been waiting since everything the group went through, this moment hits different. It's not just a discharge, it's a symbol of survival and a fresh chapter. Just 2 days later, VIX's Hyuk follows on January 17th. And let's be real, VIX returning piece by piece has been a slow burn, but every member coming back brings that second-gen nostalgia mixed with unfinished business. February keeps the momentum going with iKON's Song set to be discharged on February 12th. iKON fans already know this isn't just about one member returning, it's about whether iKON's next era finally gets the stability they deserve. Military discharges don't just mark freedom, they raise questions. Will there be group activities, solo focus, label moves? The chessboard resets. March brings Elast's Choi In, discharged on March 1st, and then Kim Jong-hyun, former Noost member, on March 22nd. Jong-hyun's return is especially interesting because Noost may be gone as a group, but the fan base never left. Soloists returning from enlistment often come back sharper, more involved in their music, and more intentional. Expect growth, not just nostalgia. April belongs to Omega X again, with Huichan returning on April 3rd. That alone tells you something important. Omega X is slowly rebuilding its full lineup. For fans, every discharge isn't just exciting, it's emotional. It's proof that time didn't stop the group's story. Then May hits, and this is where things get loud. NCT's Jaehyun is scheduled to be discharged on May 2nd. Let's not downplay this. Jaehyun coming back is a major event. He's not just an idol, he's a brand, a face, a center of attention. His return immediately affects NCT's lineup plans, unit activities, and global promotions. On the same day, former X1 and UP10 Ishin member Kim Woo-sok also completes his service. Two very different careers, same discharge date, same industry spotlight. By June, the emotional weight really settles in. 17's Jonghan is scheduled to be discharged on June 25th. Karats already know Jonghan's presence isn't just visual or personality-based, it's structural. 17 with Jonghan back feels complete again. And on that exact same day, former Noost member Ren also returns. Two artists, same date, completely different paths, but both carrying loyal fandoms that never stopped counting days. July doesn't slow down either. Soloist Kim Woo-jin is scheduled to be discharged on July 19th, followed by Only One of O's Ri on July 20th. Only One of O fans especially understand how impactful one member's absence can be for a group with such a specific artistic identity. Returning could shift the group's sound and performance dynamic instantly. August gives us ONEUS's Serho on August 27th. ONEUS has always balanced performance and vocals carefully, and Serho's return strengthens that balance again. For groups still actively promoting during enlistment periods, this kind of return often signals a new comeback cycle. September is stacked. The Boys' Songyeon is scheduled to be discharged on September 16th. Leaders returning from the military tend to come back with a different energy, more grounded, more assertive, more focused. A week later, on September 23rd, Drippen's Huang Yansung completes his service. For mid-tier groups especially, post-military periods are make-or-break moments. Either momentum is rebuilt or things quietly fade. Fans know what's at stake. As the year closes, November becomes surprisingly emotional. Omega X's Hangyum returns on November 5th, marking yet another step toward full group activities. Then, former JBJ 95 member Song Gyun returns on November 15th, followed closely by BAP's Moon Jong-up on November 18th. And if you've been a K-pop fan long enough, you already know BAP returning to the conversation in any form always sparks serious discussion. Legacy groups don't just come back, they remind everyone who they were. And these are just the names we know for now. More idols, more celebrities, and more quiet returns are expected throughout the year. Military discharge seasons don't just change schedules, they reshape the industry. Concepts shift, power rankings change, older fans return, new fans discover artists for the first time. So the real question isn't just who's coming back, it's who's about to dominate the next era. If your favorite idol is on this list, 2026 might be your year. And if it's not, don't worry, surprises always happen in K-pop. If you want updates, comeback predictions, and real talk about what these returns actually mean for the industry, make sure you're watching Dieback Daily. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop a comment telling me which idol you're waiting for the most. Because trust me, the post-military era is where legends are made.